off with last year's Baja 1000. Andy and I drove together, and we really wanted to win that race last year. Some things didn't quite go our way, and Andy, I wanted him to come back and run with me again this year at the 1000, and I had a conflict early in the year at Placer City with a short course Lucas Oil off-road race, and I had him drive my truck, and he won, which got us in the points lead there. Andy, both these guys are incredible drivers. BF Goodrich put out a press release earlier this week, and it showed all the winners of the trophy truck and the trick truck winners in another series. And these two guys here have won 5 of the 8 races this year. Jason winning 3, and Andy, he's undefeated this year. He won them every time he's raced this year. He's won. So, and I think you're 3 for 4, right? So, anyways, yeah. But really, this story began with the 3 of us, with the hurricane. And when we had heard all the devastation that happened down here, Andy and I were going to split it up. I was probably going to start. Andy would drive the middle, and I'd do the finish. And we started hearing about all the devastation. I thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be a long ways. And the other thing came to mind is I wasn't going to be able to do the first third and the last third because I might not be able to get down the highway with the highways all torn up like we thought they were. So one morning I woke up real early. I couldn't sleep too much for the last couple months coming into this race, and I woke up real early one morning, and just light bulb went off. We need 3 drivers, and I texted Andy early in the morning and asked him what he thought about it. He goes, Rob, I was thinking of the same thing, and I just don't know who. So I kind of left it at that, and I picked up the phone and called Kevin Croyer, who does our motors, and I got to really thank him for getting us on track this year. He does Jason's motors too, and just out of some reason I mentioned looking for a 3rd driver, and he said Jason was available, and I said give me his number, and I couldn't even. It's like, are you serious? Could this possibly be Andy McMillan, Jason Voss, and myself, 3 people going for one Baja 1000 win? And I gave Jason a call. We talked for about 10-15 minutes. He said let him give some thought to it and call me back the next morning. He was all in. And, that leads me into thinking, the whole Voss team, Rich Voss, really thank you for bringing all your people and your trucks down. Andy McMillan, his father, Scott McMillan, bringing, his trucks down and, really giving us the support to win this race. It's tough. I mean, to win the Baja 1000 on a peninsula run takes a really lot of planning. It takes a really lot of people. Pretty sure that we had over 100 people down here supporting us, 60 of which were already south of Ensenada on Monday. The planning, again, thank Andy and Jason for, helping with all the logistics and the planning, just thinking and brainstorming, trying to figure out what we were going to do to win this race. And like Andy said, these guys talked about, and I started the race, went the first 472 miles, and the key was, for me, really took the pressure off me. I just needed to get the truck down the trail in a timely fashion and not be too far behind and hand it off to Andy, and it really paid off. I took care of the truck, Andy took care of the truck. When Jason got in at North Loretto, miles 923, between 923 and Loretto, about 960 or so, he was putting about a minute every 10 miles on the rest of the people, and when that happened, I knew that our strategy was a good one. He was fresh. He stayed the night in Loretto, woke up early morning, and got in the truck bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. I got to thank Roger Norman, all his score, the CBS television, for putting everything on that they do. Roger, it was really important to score, I know, to and all of us to make this race come all the way down the peninsula. When that hurricane happened, we really thought that it might not. But Roger, I knew we were going to La Paz when he said, Southern Baja needs us more now than ever. And I'm glad that you did that, Roger. Didn't choose to possibly make it a loop race. You probably never had that in your head, but I want to thank you for that. And BF Goodrich Tires, they've been a supporter of all 3 of us for years. And we all, I want not only speaking for myself, but these other 2 guys, we really want to thank the BF Goodrich brand. They're known as Baja Tough, Baja Proven, and they spend a lot of time and effort giving us the best tire that they can, and it gives us the confidence to run hard. When we signed up, all 3 of us, the pressure all of a sudden it lifted off the driver's shoulders, and it became the crew's trouble, really. And everybody that talked to me when they heard who was driving, they're like, well, I guess your crew's nervous now, and the logistics, and my crew, they stepped up to the plate, and they worked really hard this year with not only my short course program, but this truck, and they put a ton of hours. And if you guys see any of those guys out there with Rockstar shirts or Voss or McMillan shirts, give them a high five, give them knuckles. They really did a lot to help make this win happen, and I'm sure the Rockstar guys will be partying tonight, I think.